Well, good morning, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, August 26th, the feast day of Saint Elizabeth Bichier de Ages, the founder of the Sisters of the Cross, also known as the Sisters of St. Andrew. And today's gospel is a continuation of yesterday's gospel from Matthew chapter 23, verses 27 through 32. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which appear beautiful on the outside, but inside are full of dead men's bones and every kind of filth. Even so, on the outside you appear righteous, but inside you are filled with hypocrisy and evil-doing. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You build the tombs of the prophets and adorn the memorials of the righteous, and you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would not have joined them in shedding the prophets' blood. Thus you bear witness against yourselves that you are the children of those who murdered the prophets. Now fill up what your ancestors measured out. Okay, so Jesus is on a mission today. He's continuing to guide in an aggressive way because there's exclamation points within this. And he continuously says, woe to you, woe to you. So this is the sixth and seventh, the final time, which, interesting enough, the number 7 is the number of completion. So anyway, the 7th time, the final woe, of which he is kind of targeting the scribes and the Pharisees to stop being so hypocritical. So the message is kind of similar tomorrow. I'm going to try to similar to yesterday's, but I'm going to try to put a different vibe on it, I guess, and a different challenge. But you just notice, he gives the analogy of the tombs and the prophets and the memorials and our ancestors and everything else, where we have this nice, beautiful tomb that's so clean and everything else, and there's a lot of historical connection within that. But what's inside the tomb? Rotting corpses. It's kind of a grim envision of what's happening here within this tomb. But it's the reality of life. As we return to dust, once we die. And reality happens that we're all going to die. So we can't neglect, as this analogy and the more and more metaphors come through Jesus' speaking, we cannot neglect what is going on within ourselves on the inside, meaning our hearts. Because all of our external actions and our external words kind of help expose our heart. In which, oftentimes a lot of people fake it. And they're kind of different. I had a poster in my classroom whenever I was teaching, character is who you are whenever nobody is looking. So who you are on the inside. So because, oftentimes people in class act differently than what they would by themselves or in a small group. So trying to have that alignment, making sure your internal and external are in alignment here. And that's the challenge. So how do we get there? So the challenge today is to do some self-reflection of your actions and words at the end of today. Or maybe you can do it right now of what you did throughout your day yesterday. And that's oftentimes called an examination of conscience, where you just go through your day. What are the things that you did good and that you're thankful for? And then also go throughout your day and kind of show remorse for the bad things and try to make amends with that and make a promise to God or just to yourself that you're not going to try to do that and make those same mistakes tomorrow or the rest of your day. And just constantly growing to become that best version of ourselves. Because the ultimate goal is for our external being to be a true reflection of our internal being in our hearts. So that is the challenge for today. Do an examination of conscience and continue that growth. And not to get too down yourself if you're not perfect, because we're not going to be perfect, but we can always strive to be perfect. All right, so otherwise, have a great day. God bless. Happy hump day. This week is going so slow. Amen. Have a great day. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.